I want to tell you about a guy I read about recently. Not a billionaire, not a tech genius, not someone with special access or insider knowledge, just a guy. 23 years old, laptop, Wi-Fi, 9 months of trying to make money with AI. 9 months, every new tool the moment it dropped, every course, every tutorial, every "this changed everything" video he could find. And after 9 months, $0. Not a little money, not slow progress, zero. And here's what he told someone who asked him why. "I did everything right, I just never made anything." That sentence stayed with me for days. I did everything right, I just never made anything. Because I've seen that sentence on the face of almost every person who has tried this. Doing everything right, making nothing. And there's one reason, one specific reason almost nobody is saying out loud. Once you understand it, everything about why most people fail with AI finally makes sense. The overwhelming majority of people using AI right now will never make meaningful money from it. Not because AI doesn't work, because they never decided what they were building. Let me tell you what actually happened in 2026. Not the headlines, not the hype, what actually happened. Money changed, not gradually, not theoretically, fundamentally. Researchers described it like this. 2026 won't be the year of AI. It will be the year money becomes autonomous. Not digitized money, not faster payments. Autonomous, money moving itself, making decisions itself, working while people slept. In that same year, AI created 45 brand new billionaires, not over a decade, in 1 year. $2.9 trillion in combined AI wealth. And here's what disturbs me about where that wealth came from. Not from building the most famous AI models, not from being the smartest person in the room. One of those billionaires didn't build ChatGPT, didn't create anything most people would recognize. He found one overlooked problem and solved it. Built a fortune doing something everyone else walked past without seeing, because he decided what he was building, and then he built it. Meanwhile, 57% of current US work hours could technically be automated right now. 37% of companies expect to replace workers with AI by end of 2026. And of the workers already affected, nearly 60% received zero training. The world split in 2026, not into rich and poor, into people who understood which side of this they needed to be on, and people still figuring out which tool to try next. And that guy, 23 years old, 9 months, $0, was on the wrong side. Not because he lacked access, because he never decided which side he was building toward. Here's where most AI money videos get it completely wrong. They tell you the enemy is competition. Other people using better tools, moving faster, working harder, that's not the enemy. The real enemy, the one destroying more AI income potential than any competitor ever could, is consumption addiction. Think about that guy. 23 years old, 9 months, $0. What was he doing every single day? Consuming. New tool, new tutorial, new video, new framework, new strategy. Consuming. And here's what makes this so psychologically dangerous. Consuming feels like progress. Every tutorial watched feels like a step forward. Every new tool explored feels like preparation. Every course purchased feels like investment. Preparation without execution is just fear with extra steps, because that's what consumption addiction actually is. Not laziness, not lack of ambition, fear dressed up as preparation. 88% of organizations are now using AI, but only 5.5% are driving any significant value from it. MIT and Rand Corporation found a 70 to 85% failure rate across AI projects. Not because the tools don't work, because people are using AI the way they use social media, consuming, scrolling, jumping to the next thing that might finally make it click. 38% of workers fear AI will make their skills obsolete. The most common thing therapists are now hearing from professionals in 2026, fear of becoming obsolete. And here's what that fear does. It drives you deeper into consumption. More videos, more courses, more research, because consuming feels like preparation. But preparation without execution is just fear with extra steps. Most AI adoption violates 2 core psychological conditions people need to actually innovate: autonomy and safety. Anxious brains protect, they don't build. So the fear of AI creates consumption. That consumption prevents real building. The lack of real building creates more fear, around and around, while the 5% who broke that loop are building. Here's something I didn't expect to find. AI, the tool everyone said would save time, is actually increasing workloads for most people. Workers using AAE spend up to 346% more time on daily tasks than before they adopted it. People now spend more time babysitting AI outputs, checking them, fixing them, rerunning them, than actually using them. There's a name for it: botsitting. More than 6 hours a week just managing what the AI produced. The people losing time to botsitting are using AI as an employee, managing it, checking it, fixing it. Like a junior hire who needs constant supervision, the 5% built AI as a system. Not something they manage, something that runs. That's the entire difference. And it comes back to the same question: what are you building?
Let me come back to that guy. 23 years old, 9 months, $0. At some point, he stopped. Not gave up, stopped consuming long enough to ask one question: what am I actually building? And he couldn't answer. Not because he wasn't smart, because for 9 months he had been collecting tools for a house he never designed. He was collecting tools for a house he never designed.
And that one realization in Ayan, that single uncomfortable moment of honest self-assessment, changed everything. So he did something the 95% never do. He decided one specific problem, one specific person who had that problem, one specific way AI could solve it. That's it. And then instead of learning 10 tools, he mastered one, used it daily, built volume, developed real control, wrote prompts that took hours, while everyone else typed 3 sentences and called it effort. And something shifted. Not immediately, not dramatically, but the direction finally meant something, because the tool finally had something to amplify. This is what separates the 5%. Not better access, not smarter, not more talented. They picked a direction before they picked a tool. 5 AI businesses documented making $1 million with 0 employees. The formula wasn't complex. Validate the idea, pre-sell it, deliver results fast, automate the delivery, not build a team, not grind 80 hours a week. Build the system once, let it run, long-term wealth formula, assets plus AI plus automation. Not hours, not availability, systems. And the transition from earning to owning, from working for money to money working for you, is not a privilege reserved for people with capital. It is available to anyone willing to spend. The months required to actually get good at the tools everyone else is using badly. Here's the uncomfortable truth about AI and money in 2026. You don't need better AI, you need better discipline. They don't commit, they don't practice, they don't build systems. They jump from tool to tool, idea to idea. Looking for easy instead of becoming effective. 95% of people never even open the course they bought, even when it's free. Because here's what nobody says about building real skill with AI. It takes months, not a weekend, not a course, not a viral tutorial, months of daily use, daily iteration, daily correction. The people getting results that look like magic wrote 5,000 word prompts while everyone else typed 3 sentences. That's not talent, that's the compound interest of discipline applied to a tool most people gave up on it in week 2. When he finally decided what he was building and committed to one tool and stopped looking for a better option, things started moving. Slowly at first, then faster. I didn't fall in love with the work before the results came. I fell in love with it because the results came. The discomfort disappears when the direction starts producing results, but you have to stay long enough to find out, and most people leave before they do. I want to end with the thing I wish someone had told that guy on day 1. Before the 9 months, before the $0, before the tools and courses and tutorials that led nowhere. What are you building? Not what tool are you using? What are you building? Because AI is not magic, it is leverage. And leverage only works when there is something to amplify. If you don't know what you're building, AI amplifies your confusion. If you have a clear direction, AI compresses the time between starting and succeeding in a way that has never existed before in history. 45 billionaires, 1 year, $2.9 trillion. Not because they had the best tools, because they decided what they were building and didn't stop until it was built. Most people will watch this video, feel something shift, and then open another tool without a plan.
A few will do something different. They'll close this video. Sit with one question. What am I actually building? And they won't move until they have an answer. Because that answer, that single, honest answer, is the only thing separating where you are now from where the people winning already are. The decision that you keep postponing.
And that guy? 23 years old, 9 months of nothing. He eventually answered that question, built one thing for one person with one tool, and everything he spent 9 months searching for started finding him. Not because AI changed, because he finally decided what he was building. And that's the only thing this was ever about. Not the tools, not the billionaires, not the autonomous money, not the statistics. The decision that you keep postponing. Every time you open another tutorial, instead of building the thing you already know you should be building. Subscribe to Shadow Protocol. This channel exists for the ones who felt something different watching this and are done collecting tools for a house they never designed. Comment below. What are you building? Not what you're using. What are you building? See you in the next one.